putting my gum away. Hey y'all, it's Allie and I am here for a video to teach you how to make your very own watercolor inserts. I heard you loud and clear and I had asked if anyone wanted me to teach them, and the way that I do it is a bit different than the way some people would do it because I honestly don't like the X-Acto knife at all. I do use the X-Acto knife for just a little bit, but the least amount that I can use it, the better, because me and the X-Acto knife aren't friends. I have just been so enjoying this watercolor insert that I made at Jennifer Harvey's house in Spokane, and it's already getting full, so which is awesome. And one thing that I've noticed about making your own inserts is that you're not as scared to use them. It's like I have a Strathmore journal that has watercolor paper in it, and I honestly don't use it because it's like my precious, and I'm scared to put stuff in there because I'm like, what if it's bad? And I don't know, there's just something weird in my brain that doesn't journal as much in that one. And maybe it's just that the Odyssey is so beautiful and it like woos me to come do artsy stuff. Maybe that's it. Or maybe it's the fact that the watercolor insert was just cheap and I made it and I just don't care. Like, I'm more courageous to journal it. I'm not sure what it is, but making my own, I have been way more artsy fartsy than doing it in the Strathmore journal. And you know, it could be a size issue. It could be that I just like the size better. I just wanted to teach you how to make that and really encourage you to make one and start like drawing in it and getting excited about it like a kid again. So I hope you have fun watching this video and hope that you can make one soon. Okay, so making these inserts is so easy, and there's several schools of thought and ways that people can go about making these inserts, but I'm just going to show you what I have found to be the easiest and painless way to make them. And it's so, I mean, a way where it's so easy you don't mind arting in it and getting it all used up. So this insert has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of watercolor paper, which will give you 20 sides to paint. Now, if you want to, no, it'll be 20 sides, because if you wanted to cover this with cardstock or something, see, I'm just going to make these simple ones and just keep putting them in and out of this jacket that I have. I think I showed this on one of my last videos. And so I have this little jacket that I took a page protector and just chopped off the top and stuck a little watercolor piece in there, and then it'll be a jacket for all of my inserts that'll come popping in and out of here, so I don't have to keep making covers for them, because again, I want ease, I want it simple, I just want to start drawing. So I'm gonna make one for me for an A5 because that's what mine is in, but you need to find the dimensions of your size notebook. So I don't know what they all are going to be, and some people like to have theirs a little different, but for the A5, the length across is about like 11 and a half. It's about 11 and a half. And the length, and these are going to be folded, you know, and the length, the height of it is about 8 1/4. 8 1/4, 11 and a half. So this is what I do. And I like to keep it easy, easy, easy. So this is cheapo watercolor paper from Walmart. That is all I'm using for this insert. This one was a little bit nicer quality. Jen had given me some. But this next one, I've been painting on this. And it does have a smoother side on the back, which I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that in the future, but if you can get a cheaper watercolor paper that's got pressed on both the front and the back, that would probably be better. So look for a watercolor paper that's got the texture on the front and the back, and this one doesn't, it's pretty smooth on the back, but I'm still gonna use it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that makes a nice, decent little watercolor insert. Got my papers. Now, here's how I do it. I've done one recently, and I've decided that this is the way I like to do it because me and the X-Acto knife do not get along, and again, easy is what I like to do. This is how I do it. It's probably not the neatest way to do it. It might bother some people that I'm doing it this way, but again, I just want to get it done. Let's get her done. You know, just so that something's happening here. What did I say, 11 and a half? I think so. So I'm doing 11 and a half by 8 and a quarter. These are 9 by 12 sheets. Isn't it funny how it looks like it's like crooked? Like, did that piece just like cut crooked? It looks like a little bit. Is it really triple track? That's what I want to know. 8 and a quarter. I'm gonna just do all of them. Alright, so all of the paper is cut, and it is some thick stuff. Now, I used to see how some of them aren't even. Again, that doesn't bother me as long as it's the same height and all that good stuff. I used to try and find something like smooth because I saw these little boning things and I'm like, oh, nobody needs that. And then I would use like a pen or something, and then like the plastic from the pen would rub off on my pages and it really bothered me. So I did break down and buy a little boning knife, and it does make my life easier when I am folding these papers. So I just try to match them up as much as I can. And I take the little boning thing, and it just makes a nice, clean, crispy crease for you. So see, it's all nice there, and this is super smooth, and so I don't know what I could do on that side. I mean, I'm sure watercolor would still go on it, but I'm gonna do that to the rest of these, and I'll speed up. Okay, so I have these done. I'm going to stick them inside each other like babushka dolls. And you'll see what I'm talking about when you put them all together. Because of the thickness of the paper, you're going to have all this hanging out. So the next thing that we're going to do is paper piercer. 2 words. 2 words. Paper piercer. You will have a such better life if you just go ahead and buy one of these things. I think I got it for a few dollars at Michael's, and it has made my life so much easier. And a little trick with sewing your inserts is, how many lines do I use, or holes? 1, 2, 3, 4. Even numbers of holes, because if you go out, you have to come back in, to go out, to come back in, and they gotta meet up somewhere in the middle. So even numbers is what I use. I don't do like a lot of holes because, again, I just kind of want to keep it together. I'm not trying to like make it fly off into outer space and stay together. It's just going in my journal. So I'm gonna do, oh, well, let me show you what I use first for the string. I use a needle, obviously, and this stuff called sinew, like sinew string or something. Artificial sinew. Got it at Hobby Lobby for $8. It's kind of like waxy looking. It looks like a huge piece of dental floss. And the cool thing is you actually can use dental floss to bind your stuff if you don't have this stuff. I just got it because I was curious if, you know, what the big rage was about it. But you can take a piece of this, okay, and kind of make it into the width or whatever, the thickness that you want it. And string it up, you know, like you would a needle. Do not, like when I had dental floss and I would like lick my the thread to get it through the thing, dental floss was great because it tasted minty and wonderful. Don't do it on this stuff because it tastes like fake lard. It's disgusting. So note to self, don't lick the sinew, the artificial sinew. It doesn't taste good. I'm gonna start my first hole here, and I probably should have a little cutting mat on the bottom, but I don't. So I'm gonna just paper pierce this and then kind of make a nice little hole here, and then put my needle through like so. Okay, and I'm just gonna let it rest it right there. I'm gonna do another one about, you know, 1/4 of the way in. Kind of make it nice and whatever, like thick, so you can see through there. I'm gonna go this way. See, look at that. I'm gonna go back out again. Doesn't have to be perfect, just to keep everything together. I'm gonna go through that way. And then the last hole, please don't hurt yourself because I have stabbed myself with this and it does not feel good. Okay, I'm gonna go this way. I'm just kind of going in that crease and wiggling it around a little bit. And the best thing you can use for, I'm gonna go a little bit further this way. Best thing you can use to help you tie this is a child's finger. Parker, can I use your finger again? You want to show them how awesome you are at putting your finger down for me? And you're going to tie your little knot. Thank you, my love. All right, and that's it. Easy peasy. I'm just going to trim off the excess a bit. I accidentally kicked my trash can on the floor and there's trash everywhere. It looks like a possum got into my trash, but it was just me. I have a cutting mat here and an X-Acto knife. I don't like using the X-Acto knife for the whole thing because it's just a pain in the rear end. But all I'm gonna do is kind of just see where my edge is that I want it to be. Again, I don't particularly care if it's perfect. I just want to like get it done. So I'm just going to very patiently and don't bend down too hard. I learned that trick from Jen Harvey when I was making my one. You don't have to like be brutal forcing it. Just light strokes here, folks. I don't like doing it because it's it never ends up looking perfect anyway, but at least it'll be kind of, you know, kind of straight. So see, it's semi-straight. That works. So careful with your X-Acto knife, kids. Do it with parents if you're a kid watching this. But yeah, super easy. And even this part right here looks a little jacked up, but I honestly don't care. Easy, easy, easy. That is how you make a watercolor insert. So easy, huh? So I mean, I guess you could like make the cut for the top part and then do the X-Acto knife if you wanted to. The least X-Acto knife that I can deal with, the best for me. So this is a 20-side watercolor insert, super painless to me. The things that would make your life easier to make them would be a paper piercer and a boning knife thing. You just need a needle. You actually don't even need a needle if you have those like flosser things, like the little string flosser that's got, it looks like a lasso, you know, it's got the thing with the hoop. You could use that to thread your insert, and dental floss would work for the binding or whatever. So that's it, y'all. It was super easy. Hope you found it helpful. I want to see a lot of your art in these. I want to see y'all make some so that you can art in them and not worry about messing up some amazing, pretty, particular notebook. I have just been having so much fun. Where is it? And mine. And it's like I'm not caring about messing it up because it's mine. I made it and that's what I'm doing. So yeah, so thank you so much for watching and I will see y'all later. Bye. And so yeah, join me